Okay, so my name is David Almeida. I work with the California Center for Sustainable Energy. We're a nonprofit based in San Diego. We administer several different incentive programs for renewable energy and sustainable energy. Each of our programs and services is focused on 5 different planks of our organization, including climate change, renewable energy, energy efficiency, green building, and then of course transportation. So I'm going to be real quick and just tell you about one of the programs that we have for transportation, the Clean Vehicle Rebate Project. So what does it do? It provides rebates for light-duty vehicles. The top rebate for that is $5,000. We also have commercial zero-emission vehicles that are included in that, and that's a $20,000 rebate. The project is funded through the California Air Resources Board via increases in fees for smog abatement, vehicle, and vessel registration. It started in March 15th of this year, and we are expected to get funding through 2015. Each year, ARB is going to open up bidding for this project, and so we're hoping to grab that project for the next year, but the project is going to be funded until 2015. So just a little idea of where AB 118 funding goes to. Goes to 3 different agencies: the Bureau of Automotive Repair, the California Energy Commission, and then also the California Air Resource Board. So within CARB, we are part of the Air Quality Improvement Program. There are several programs that are included in this. We are one small piece of that, and we are the Clean Vehicle Rebate Project. It's focused primarily on light-duty vehicles. Right now, we have about $3.2 million in the fund. We've been allocated around $4.1 million for this fiscal year. The next fiscal year, we are going to be allocated $5 million. Out of that fund, as I said, we have $3.2 million left, so representing about 86% of the fund left. So the money is available until it's up. So who's eligible for this? Individuals, businesses, and nonprofits that are based out of California or have a California-based affiliate. Purchasers or leasees of new zero-emission vehicles or plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. The vehicles must be purchased after the program started, which was on March 15th, 2010. They must own the lease or lease the vehicle for a minimum of 36 consecutive months. Now, you'll receive that rebate before that 36 consecutive months, but we will we'll check up on different rebaters to see that they are owning or leasing this vehicle. And it must be registered with the California Department of Motor Vehicles for a minimum of 36 months. So the eligible vehicles, we have just kind of an idea here. There are a couple different commercial zero-emission vehicles, and that rebate is up to $20,000. We have, right now, the projected eligible vehicle, which is for the light-duty zero-emission vehicle. Right now, that's the Leaf. The Chevy Volt is not eligible for this. Chevrolet opted not to go through the emissions standard testing for that the California Air Resource Board requires. And that's why we're expecting that in 2011 or 2012, when that next model comes out, they will be eligible for the funding. We also have rebates for neighborhood electric vehicles between $1,000 to $1,500, and then zero-emission motorcycles. So how do you apply? You go onto our website, which is provided right here. You fill out an application, and that reserves your place in line. It's important to tell consumers that they cannot pre-reserve these funds. They have to have ownership or lease of the vehicle before they can actually apply. Within the registration, they have to punch in their VIN number. And then 14 days after that, we're going to require that they send in supplementary documentation to certify that they are a resident of California, they have certified the vehicle, and they have either a copy of their sales or lease contract. So in addition to our incentive program, there are several other programs that are available, and according to what we have the California Clean Rebate Project that is for the entire state of California, not just Sacramento. There's also an additional $5 million in EV infrastructure that is going to be dedicated through the Bay Area Air Quality Management District. They're still working out how they're going to work through that. The San Joaquin Valley has another program that provides up to $3,000 for these vehicles. And then the city of Riverside also has an alternative fueling rebate of up to $2,000 for, depending on the miles per gallon for these vehicles. They have another initial rebate of $1,000 for used vehicles. So in addition to the state rebates, there are two different federal tax incentives. There's one for the vehicle and one for the infrastructure. The electrical vehicle tax credit ranges between $2,500 and $7,500. It's based on the capacity of the battery. You have to have a minimum of a 4 kilowatt hour battery, and that gives you $2,500. In excess of that, you add $417 per kilowatt hour. So to give you some examples of the vehicles that are coming out, the Nissan Leaf with a 24 kilowatt hour battery capacity will have the full $7,500 tax credit, and so will the Chevy Volt. This tax credit is based on a phase-in process. So once we hit 200,000 vehicles in the market, it's going to be dropped down by 50%. So the infrastructure tax credit, there's two types. There's a residential and a commercial. The residential is 50% of the cost of installation of the home EV charging or the EVSE unit up to $2,000. The commercial is up to a maximum of around $50,000 for larger installations. So it's important to note that right now that tax credit is set to expire in 2010, and so we're expecting that it's going to be renewed, but anyone that is looking at it, we're pointing them to the fueleconomy.gov's website so they can keep updated on the process. So as I said before, my name is David Almeida. I work for the Energy Center. Here's my contact information, and I encourage anybody that's interested to contact us if you have any questions. We have some information over there right next to the Watt Station people on upcoming workshops. We're doing workshops across the state throughout the months of November and December. We're in Fresno on November 4th. We are in San Francisco on the 23rd of November, and then Sacramento on 9th and 10th of November. We're planning on doing workshops in Los Angeles, as well as another workshop in the San Diego area. One thing to tell you about, the workshops are going to include representatives from the utility, representative from some of the many companies that are building out this electric vehicle charging infrastructure, and then we'll be there as well. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
David, I'm going to ask one question.
Yes.
Can you see if the mic's on? Two questions, I guess.
Yes.
Now, there's approximately $5 million available.
Right.
And if someone,
So there's $3.2 million available right now,
Okay.
and we're expecting, we're going to be giving an additional $5 million in the next fiscal year.
okay, at $5,000 a pop, how many vehicles is
It's
that?
1,000 vehicles.
How many?
1,000 vehicles.
Okay.
So it's a subsidy. It's not for everybody, but it is expected to jumpstart the market.
Okay, and I would remind everyone in the room that a tax credit is as a deduction from your federal income taxes. It's not an adjustment
Right.
to your income. So if you owe the federal government X dollars, it makes for a nice refund.
Right.
The other item about that is, unfortunately, those who do not pay taxes, as in governments and as in nonprofits, are not eligible for the tax credit.
Right. One way that you can capture that is if you lease the vehicle, because then you can draw down the lease price or the price of the vehicle, because you're not technically owning the vehicle, the company is owning the vehicle. So
But
that's
at the
one
end
way
of
to
the
capture
lease, you have to turn in the vehicle. You can't do a municipal lease and retain the vehicle.
it. No, you can't.